to be really honest with you in this video about something that I don't see enough entrepreneurs talk about, and that's faith. Not in a preachy way, or not in a way where I'm trying to convince you of anything, but in a way where I genuinely believe that if I didn't have faith, I would have quit everything a long time ago, and I wouldn't be sitting here today. Because here's the reality of being an entrepreneur that nobody shows you on social media. There are days where nothing makes sense. Days where you've been putting in the work, you've been showing up, you've been doing everything you're supposed to do, and the results just aren't there yet. And in those moments, your mind starts talking to you in a way that is so convincing and so loud that it almost feels impossible to keep going. It tells you that maybe this isn't for you. Maybe you made the wrong decision. Maybe everyone who doubted you was actually right. And if you don't have something deeper than motivation to hold on to in those moments, you will essentially quit. Because motivation disappears the second things get hard, and discipline helps you a bit, but even discipline has a limit when you've been grinding with nothing to show for. The thing that kept me going when absolutely nothing else could was faith. And when I say faith, I mean it in two ways. The first is my faith in God. There were moments in my journey where I was experiencing real pain, real doubt, real confusion about whether any of this was going to work out. And in those exact moments, I kept feeling pulled toward the Bible, specifically the book of Proverbs. And every single time I opened it, something in me shifted. And the second way I mean faith is the belief that what I'm building is actually going to work out, even when there's zero evidence of it in front of me. That kind of faith, the faith in the unseen, in the thing that doesn't exist yet, is honestly the hardest thing to maintain as an entrepreneur, because everything around you is telling you to be realistic, to look at the numbers, to listen to facts. But entrepreneurs who actually break through are the ones who held onto that belief longer than their circumstances gave them a reason to. And here's where it gets really interesting, and where faith connects directly to everything I teach about the subconscious mind. When you develop real faith, whether that's faith in God or faith in your vision, what you're really doing is training your subconscious mind to believe in an outcome before it's physically here. And that is literally the foundation of how manifestation and identity shifting works. Think about it. When you pray, you truly believe that what you're asking for is already on its way. You're not hoping. You're just knowing. You're operating from a place of certainty, even though nothing in your physical reality has confirmed it yet. That exact same skill, the ability to hold a belief without evidence, is what separates entrepreneurs who manifest the life they want from the ones who keep waiting for permission from their circumstances to believe in themselves. So for me, learning faith through God actually made it so much easier to apply the same principles to my business and my life, because I already understood what it meant to trust something I couldn't see yet. I already knew what it felt like to surrender the how and the when and just focus on showing up as the person I needed to be. The faith muscle was already built. I just had to point it in the direction of my goals and my vision as an entrepreneur, essentially. And I genuinely believe that entrepreneurs need faith more than almost anyone, because the path we chose doesn't come with guarantees. There's no salary at the end of the month or somebody telling you what to do. There's no boss confirming that you're being on the right path. Most of the time, you're building in silence with people around you who don't understand what you're doing or why you are doing it. And without faith, that silence would eat you up alive, because your mind will fit it with doubt and fear and every worst case scenario it can come up with. But when you have real faith, the kind that lives deep inside of you and doesn't disappear just because things got difficult, that changes the entire way you move through the hard seasons of entrepreneurship. You stop panicking when things are slow because you trust that the timing isn't yours to control. You stop comparing yourself to other people because you understand that your path was never supposed to look like theirs. And you actually stop quitting on yourself, because deep down you know that what you're building is real, even when the world hasn't caught up to it yet. So if you're an entrepreneur watching this and you've been going through a season where nothing seems to be working out, or you're starting to question everything, I want you to hear me when I say this. Your faith needs to be bigger than your fear. The bad days are not a sign that you are on the wrong path. They are actually part of the path. And the fact that you're still here, still watching, still looking for answers, and still trying to figure it out, tells me that something inside you already knows that this is going to work out for you. Trust that feeling, because it's the most powerful thing you have right now.